And all of a sudden, this factory seems tiny. For some reason. Why does it seem tiny? Well, it's probably because it is. Hello, everybody. What's going on? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to Satisfactory. And we are on a mission to start off this episode because apparently I have some vehicles that are crashed into each other. And we gotta uncrashify them. Not quite sure what happened there. I think we fixed the issue. So last episode what we did is we got those HMFs a-cooking, and what we had to do was bring these encased industrial beams, these guys right here, over to what's happening here? Why do I have wait a minute. Why do I have steel beams and pipes coming in here? It should only, wait, what? This is a problem for future me, not now me. So let's just go ahead and do this. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. Let's just... Oh, God, I hate this game sometimes. There we go. Oh, God, the start of this episode has been a mess so far. Holy cow. Anyway, we're hitting some logistical nightmares, as you can see. Some things need to be fixed. Like this, for example, I don't know why everything is getting dropped off right here. I think it's because both of these trucks that I have going right now, they're both running under this truck station first, and it's unloading into this truck station as opposed to one of them unloading here and the second one unloading here. I can't tell you. I'm a little bit kerfuffled right now. Long story short, we're going to have to fix this one of these days. Today is not that day. No, today is a filler episode, definitely. See, we're getting to a place where I'm totally uncomfortable with my energy capacity. We're producing about 1350 right now, and I'm using just shy of 1100. Oh, well, apparently a little bit more than 1100. And that difference is scary for me, because that's the difference of like one or two machines added, and then I'm tripping breakers and stuff, and then I have to start all over and then go back to biomass burners, and that's just, I'm stressed out just thinking about that. So now that we have these 480 Mark IV belts, we can go ahead and increase our coal production over at our coal manufacturing plant way up there. The issue that we're hitting now is we're limited to these pipes, because these pipes can only hold a maximum of 300 m to the third milliliters. No, meters squared, cubed. It's cubed. M3. It can only hold 300 units of water, and what we need is pipes that can hold double that. Now, luckily for us, there actually are such a thing. Right here in Pipeline Engineering Mark II, we can get access to these Pipeline Mark II pipes, which produce 600 units per minute, I think. I don't know. Which is fantastic. That's what we need. Now, we have all the necessary items. We have the plastic. We are creating the heavy modular frames. But today, I think we should just knock out Tier 5 and Tier 6 altogether. It doesn't look like we need a whole lot. Plastic, fabric, just to get these gas masks, which I don't really care about too much, but may be necessary down the line. Jetpacks will be fantastic. We have the plastic and we have the fuel. And then we'll also be able to do monorail train technology. Am I going to play with that today? Probably not, but what that's going to do is set us up for the next episode, because we need to find another iron node. See, this whole entire factory right here is running primarily off of this one iron node. And do you want to see where all of this iron is ultimately headed? I mean, just think about it. We have 480 iron being produced a minute, which is getting us 150 plates, 155 rods, and 600 screws per minute. And that is all going to this one singular machine right here. I mean, I'm happy that I'm creating 2 heavy modular frames a minute, but let's be honest, I need to be creating other stuff too, okay? This is supposed to be a giant factory producing multiple items, not just 1 or 2 heavy modular frames per minute. So what I need to do is start prepping to bring other resources from other nodes, specifically iron, into this factory to be converted into other things. So, you know, we're going to get into monorail technology here in the near future. Actually, next episode, I think that's what we're going to have to do, is make our first sub-factory. The location, TBD, because I honestly, I have no idea, but but we got to prep for that. So now it's just resource gathering time. Let me go grab everything and see how much of this I can do real fast. I think the one issue is the computers, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Milestone reached. Milestone reached. Improved pipelines and pumps can now be constructed, capable of handling increased throughput of any fluid, as well as providing increased pressure handling for better vertical transport, respectively.
All right, not too incredibly bad. I was preparing for that to take way longer than it did. So I'm pleasantly happy to say that it really didn't take that long. Maybe an hour? I don't know, not even, right? But now we have access to Leo Jetpack. Oh, isn't it a beauty? Isn't it a beauty? Look how easily we're able to traverse this factory now. And all of a sudden, this factory seems tiny. For some reason. Why does it seem tiny? Well, it's probably because it is. Oh, you know what? I also forgot to show you guys this. You know, honestly, it's not that big of a deal, but I for the longest time, my miner wasn't even hooked up, and I was running incredibly low on concrete. But now I have this cool little factory here, and it's hooked up to 6 constructors that is making concrete, and it's putting it right here into the storage unit here. So now we have a good set of concrete, which I'm pretty excited about. I also saw this on a YouTube video. I really wish I remembered what video it was and who made the video, but it inspired me to do something like this. And I think this looks a whole lot more clean than just putting down a power pole. So I am excited about this, and we're probably going to be using this technique a little bit more in the future. Maybe clean it up, make it look a little bit better, and make it my own. But I'm excited about this. This is cool. I mean, it's not really like it's a big deal. It's concrete, right? We did that on day 1. But it's good to actually get this up and running. And then once we get a better miner, we can go ahead and go vertically and make a bigger concrete factory. So that'll be nice. Anywho, back to our scheduled programming. We have officially finished Tier 5 and Tier 6. So what that allows us to do is now the train technology. But the big thing, and something that I needed today, was the pipes. So I think, because we're running so incredibly low on energy, I actually had to unhook my plastic and rubber factory because it was we tripped a breaker. But now what I can do is increase the size of these pipes so we don't need a whole lot of water extractors up there in that lake. hook it up to these pipes, and then we could actually increase the production on this, because I believe these are still Mark III belts. Yep, they are. So if we can switch that to Mark IV belts, we could actually make this coal factory roughly twice the size, which should be relatively easy. I mean, these all take 15 coal per minute and 45 water per minute, so water's not going to be an issue. And if we combine 2 of these coal miners down here onto a singular belt, because I don't think that those, I think they're just normal nodes. They're really nothing fancy. But we combine 2 miners onto one singular belt, and we'll have a total of 480 items or coal per minute. So yeah, I think we could do this. And you know what? It truly didn't take long for me to run completely out of industrial beams so that I can put these Mark IV belts down. So I think it might be behoove of us to go ahead and increase my steel production as well, because if I'm remembering correctly, we're only using Mark III belts on everything. So we're gonna just increase this. Now, to be completely fair, we increased the size of the factory, but in reality, we only introduced 1 more assembler. So now, instead of creating 12 encased industrial beams a minute, now we're creating a whopping 18 industrial beams a minute, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I think it's going to help us in the long run. All right, back to fixing up our coal factory. And there you have it, in all of its glory. It's looking fantastic. I love this setup, by the way, how it gradually goes down and down and down further you go in. I love it. It looks so beautiful, and I can't wait until we start getting to the point where we can start messing with colors, because I think it'd be really cool, instead of these being orange, them being like gray or black or something like that. I think that would be super sick. But anyway, these guys are working. I thought they were going to be working a little bit better. What's the holdup? We got to find the kink in the system here. All right. I just added 1 extra on the end here. So instead of 32, we actually had 34. Now we have 32 set up, and it is fully efficient. So we have 16 coal generators on this side and 16 coal generators on this side. And what that does for our power is literally it just doubles it. So now we're looking at 2,325 megawatts, which is not double our consumption. But the thing is, once our machines down here start to become a little bit more idle and they stop operating at full efficiency, then that's going to shut down, and we're going to be using a little bit closer to like 1,100, which I'm pretty excited about. That's not to say we're not going to have to upgrade this guy eventually. Whenever we get the next level of belts, that might be a good idea to start looking at making this guy a little bit bigger. But for now, I think this would be a fantastic place to start up a battery system, a battery backup. See, we're creating a whole crap ton of extra electricity here, and it's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. So what I want to do is utilize the space below the coal generator here and make a cool looking battery backup system using these guys, power storages. So it stores up to 100 megawatts an hour, and then if our batteries shut down, or if our generators shut down, or they're not providing enough electricity, then these batteries will kick on. It's just a good protection. I never want to go back to biomass burners ever again. Okay, and this is one step a little bit closer to that goal. So I'm just gonna create a nice little layer here, and I might have to chop down this tree for authenticity. But we're gonna make a layer that's slightly smaller than the layer right above it, because I want to get away from this rectangular build that we're starting to create, and I want to add a little bit of depth and texture. And I have a plan. Whether or not it's going to work is another question, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. So let me make a nice little platform here, and then we're just gonna make a crap ton of batteries, and we're gonna store the excess energy in that battery system. All right. Is it overkill? Slightly. Yeah, maybe. But now I have, if I'm doing the math right, 2,400 megawatts of storage. Now it's not a lot right off the get-go. Eventually I'm going to want this thing to be massive. But while we're just having this excess energy producing for no reason, we might as well fill up the batteries here. Ah, I love it. I love it. I just want to make sure, quick go through. Yep, they're all on and they're all storing electricity. And I'm hoping that we never have to go to biomass burners ever again. And I think it looks pretty cool. I wanna keep it open, right, from the front, so you'll be able to see it from anywhere in the building here. So we're gonna add some windows. We'll add some windows here on the outside. I love working with these hexagonal windows, so I might just throw a bunch of those up there. But I like how this is looking. And look at the blinking lights. Those are pretty sick. This is the way to go. This is the way to go. Now, we have to start working to complete phase 3. In the top right there, we got 2 more components that we have to make. So to prep for that, next episode, we are going to start a brand new factory. Stepping away from this guy and going into a mega factory somewhere else so we can start mass producing the items that we need using more than just these 2 nodes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like. I want to see you comment in how I can make this place a tad bit better down below. And if you're new to the channel, a subscription never really hurts. In fact, it helps. I love you guys to death, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.